Here.
Just like they did with
I'll record you.
beings.
I'll do it. Here's a video, Glenn, so if you want to say that again.
This tree is a model related to the tree we just saw over there, the biggest tree on the property. But it is one that was genetically engineered to divide in two. Just like the clan mothers of Africa were one, and then they divided the clan mothers' offsprings into two batches, one male, one female, to live side by side. So these are the original people, this thing here.
Yeah, tell him, because I don't think we got that on the video.
I'll go back.
This is an altar. It was an altar here. Yeah.
This whole site is one that was used for ritual. And in this area here, you can see the shape, the vaginal shape in the middle of the altar. Which it resembles a lot church doors and windows. With the big tree at the back and the symbol of what they genetically engineered here. This would have been a site occupied about 1,000 years ago by the Vikings. The sons of Eric the Red, Eric's son, and two other brothers,
Dad,
along with Frida. Frida came last, and the brothers and Eric's son had viewed the Great Lakes and had decided that that would be the method by which they would exterminate the population of the northern continent, which became the United States and a portion of Canada. And it's for her they named the day Friday, Frida. So the sons examined the property. Frida chose this property as being the one most likely to survive a future flood. And this was where they did their rituals here. And these are trees that resembled the original trees that would have been here. This was all cut down at one time. And these are all trees that have grown since then. But they left one tree there and a second tree there.
Can we see the Women's Institute, please?
Yeah, the Women's Institute is at the back. Normally not flooded. You'd have to have a lot of water to flood this. If you go that way, it goes down towards the end of the creek. But if you go that way on the property, you arrive at a place in the middle where everything is really a swamp with trees growing out of it.
You think in the future they plan to use this as future rituals? Or?
I believe that all of this will be cleaned up, turned into a park. From the part that is the swampy area coming this way to the Women's Institute, which is over there. And the swamp will be shaved clean so that you could put park benches around the water at that end. But someplace in here, and there are 34 possibilities, someplace in here there is going to be found access. Access to a rock below ground. And the rock below ground is 23 feet down from the surface, and itself is 100 feet deep.
So the axis would be here, and it'd be going down there, where we saw those. It's like almost hilly.
You're going southeast in that direction. You're going east in this direction. You're going northeast in that direction.
You sure it'd be the entrance be here? It could be, what if the Women's Institute building?
If it were, they wouldn't be so worried about this place. When I come here during the winter and I see trees lying across the path, I'm always trying to ask myself the question, how does one tree in the middle of a whole bunch of other trees get pulled down across the path? Because often it's broken at about 6 or 8 feet off the ground and lies from that height across the path. And it's almost like someone riding a heavy animal like an ox would be tying a rope to it and pulling it back until it cracked.
Where's this fence here?
Now, that divides us from our neighbor, which used to be Mr. Muscle, who died. And now belongs to, what's his name, Bruce? Doctor?
Snowden?
Snowden, yeah, Bruce Snowden, the plastic surgeon who does breast implants and cleft lip marking. Apparently, when you do something to the body and you want to mark it so nobody can see it, the mark of the beast is not on the forehead like the Hindus, but on the top palate of the mouth, so that only those with access to x-rays will in fact see what was done to that person.
So plastic surgeons would be on this type of
They
thing.
would fit things like ground positioning devices in the breast.
And so it's not an accident that they made it look like...
It caused breast cancers to get a hold of breasts to do their examinations.
And they made it almost like a trend in California.
Yeah.
For, breast implants.
Plastic people.
Plastic surgery.
Is linked to the first thing you put on the ground when you are stepping forward, your heel. So we began as eels in the water. We grew legs, and therefore the word heel was attached to the bottom of the leg or the foot. And then when you step forward, the next thing to touch the ground is the arc. Genetically engineering. And then what you put down are the toes.
Heel or toe.
And our friend Mr. Tays disguises toes by causing it to be pronounced as a instead of an O-E, it sounds like A. And his first name is Vic for Victor. Victory is the sign of Nike. Check mark.
When is this gonna be over?
Done this. Been there and done that. Finished.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see that in the stars tonight in a way that is impossible to mistake. It's not like Pegasus, which is kind of left to the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
It's more exactly by itself, a check mark, shaped like the Great Lakes, the St. Lawrence Seaway, an exit to Greenland, the ridge at the center of the Atlantic Ocean, and the bright shining star called Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Keep hearing about Germany, man. So this hill, right? This hill, I heard about it in Greek mythology. I forgot the name of the guy.
Achilles?
Achilles. Yeah.
Achilles.
Achilles.